Gordon Boyd is a Manitoba-born glass artist who moved to Ontario about 7 years ago to take up the craft, and I've been running my own business for about the last 4 years. When I was younger, I was actually going to go into medicine. I was working at a bank. I had applied to medical school. I was all set up to get in. I ran into this glass artist who was working outside of a local store where I lived. I remember seeing him, and I'm there in my stuffy suit in the middle of summer, and he's in cargo shorts and a t-shirt, and he's making this little glass horse on the torch. Everybody's oohing and awing. And I just started talking to him about it. And I'd always wanted to be an artist. When I saw glass in front of me for the first time, I was just like, oh, this is it. Like 100%, this is it. When I started blowing glass, I was working with that same artist who made the horse. He gave me a few lessons, and he had his own business to run, so he gave me a few classes, and then he was kind of like, hey, I got stuff to do. He recommended Sheridan. I came here for an open house. I saw kind of the glass studio, students working in it, met some of the teachers, and it just seemed like a really welcoming, happy, encouraging environment, and so I took the leap. Lake Winnipeg Glassworks is a small family-run business. It's run by me, who does all the glasswork. My dad is an advertiser. He does all of the marketing. And then my sister works in sales, so she manages a lot of the sales components of it. The idea, sort of the goal of Lake Winnipeg Glassworks, is to make beautiful, engraved, one-of-a-kind Canadian glass art, but make it available for people at a price that isn't gonna make it inaccessible to the average person. Lake Winnipeg Glassworks wants everyone to be able to have art in their home, and rather than just getting your glass from a store that's made in a factory, you can have something really beautiful that you know the story of, that you don't have to break the bank to get. I think my current favorite piece is I've been working on a series of glass gourds that are kind of based on myths and history about gourds. There's a lot of stories in Japan and South America and Africa and all these places where they would do these about, genies living in them or tengus who were captured in them. So I made a couple of gourds based on those kind of myths. And I think my favorite one is I did this red and black one that has this really cool texture on it called the Tengu's gourd. And it just has this really cool, ominous glow to it. Just get started. It can seem really daunting. I think that glass blowing seems like this sort of thing that's so far away. A lot of people have this where do I start mentality. Get a taste for it, see if it's for you, and if it is, then maybe pursue a longer term thing, like taking the program at Sheridan, getting a job at a studio, right? And a lot of places, if you're willing to sweep up the glass on the floor, they'll let you make a piece at the end of the day.